What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Roxy Raccoon's Pinball Panic video. This time we're looking at the latest DLC called Prehistoric Paradise, which includes two new tables, this one and another one which is an ultra wide body. But one of the things that really drew me to this table when I saw the preview is number one, the theme. The theme is something that the developer Dom has been talking about for a while, and it's great to actually see it now brought to life, because he was mentioning this theme quite a while back. So it's definitely been something that it's been on his mind and he's been wanting to work on. And I think too that people were requesting this, so this was also a highly requested theme as well. Something that you're going to notice in this on Roxy DLC is the LEDs. I actually noticed it when I did a little playthrough before this. The LEDs, the lighting looks amazing. You're going to notice it. I noticed it especially when you hit the slingshots. The way they emit light is really just like it would be on a real table, or like a VPX table. Very beautiful. And so let's go with this first table here, shall we? Also, I want to say I love the dinosaurs around the table. I love the little chutes here. I love the palm trees, the different kind of trees, and of course the eggs, the dino eggs. And what would a Roxy DLC be without the gems, right?
Welcome, Fleshlight.
Oh, check this out. There's even some detail on the cannon. You see that? It's like some ancient drawings. It looks like cave drawings. Look at that. You see that? Oh, even the slingshots sound different too. But it's the lighting. It's this LED lighting that I just love. Also, who doesn't love when you hit the pop bumpers and you can see like little rocks carving out of them? Kind of reminds me of like a Flintstones type table theme. Yeah, but my favorite part has got to be the new LED lighting, and Dom said that he's been updating the older DLC too with this lighting update. So I may go back to some older DLC just to see how it looks, or compare. This is cool too, that on the top you have a plunger, that interacts with the mini playfield instead of just a flipper. So I like that change. Oh, whoa. Really great sound effects here. And look at here. What do you call that? Is that a pterodactyl? It's funny that the release of this table was perfect timing, because we had just made a tournament for the Jurassic Park table on FX, and I think Dom was telling me that he was watching some of the Land Before Time videos too. Looks like I got one more. No, I got two more eggs on the left. One more egg now. And keep in mind, which I will be doing in the future, is that the editor on Roxy will include these updates too. So your lighting, you can use these new bulbs. Oh wait, you know what I just noticed too? Wait, are there pop bumpers blocking the left and right outlane? I think that is. Oh, also you'll notice too, I just noticed it there, different pop-up score colors. So I saw the green for 20,000. Wow. I should probably change the disco balls. But, you know, they remind me a lot of, like, Everlasting Gobstoppers from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, or Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Okay, so I just thought of an idea for this table, right? So you know how you have the pop bumpers blocking the outlanes? I was thinking that, you know, to make it a little harder, if the pop bumpers gradually, like, the more you hit them, they would disappear, so that there was a possibility that the ball could drain in the outlanes. I just thought, you know, I was just thinking that would be like an interesting idea too, like, it would be like chipping away at your lifesaver. So it's like you don't have that guaranteed safety net, but that it would chip away. I do like the concept though that they're there. Oh, that T-Rex opens his jaws. Also, love the little baby raptors in the cage. Oh no. And then the ball comes... I wonder if the ball comes out from the left or the right chute. Is it random? Another thing I would have changed to this DLC to make use of the LEDs would be when you hit the pop bumpers. It seems like there's like a white light emitting, but I would have added I would have made it, instead of like just white, I would have made it like orange, kind of like a different color. The white is cool, but I feel like if they were all a different color, that would add a lot more of like the effect. Oh, look at this. Check this out. The pop bumper was interacting with the eggs back and forth. And another cool thing about Roxy is that you do have a leaderboard. So if you want to compete, you know, you can compete for a high score. And some of these game sessions can be quite long, so you can really get your score padded. And you could be on the leaderboard for a long time, unless someone tries to outbeat you, you know, with the intention of beating your score. Another thing that you could add, Dom, would be that, say like you're playing a table like I am right now, and I pass someone's score on the global leaderboard, like a little notification that would say, like, you know, player X has passed player B on the leaderboard. They do that in Pinball Effects, and I think it's a great way of telling the player how much, you know, for him or her to keep going. Gives them that much more motivation. And then sometimes I think even Pinball Effects has the idea where they're like, oh, you're X amount of points away from person B. So it's like they give you, or like, you're X amount of points from beating your previous score. So I think that would be a nice touch to add to this, to Roxy's DLC overall. But for this table specifically, I would change the bumper effects to different colors instead of just white. I would add make them different colors, or like orange. But overall, a really nice table here. Also, I'm trying to think now. I don't know if this is in Roxy or not, but I'm wondering if there's any like vertical up kickers. I'm just trying to think of mechanics that I think would look interesting in Roxy. But yeah, I just want to say thank you to Dom for fixing these. There was, because when this table released, there was some couple bugs, and he was able to fix it right away. So also, I would say, I know there's been like a little bit of pop-up score color changes, but it still seemed like I would make pop-up scores different colors for like the major mechanics. So like this hitting the pop bumpers, instead of them being pink, I would make them like one color. So it kind of gives, you know, the table a little it's not all the same. Even the slingshots, I would change the color to like blue. But I do like how there was already a difference. Like I saw like green for bigger points. See there? You see the green? Also, another thing, I don't know if this is a problem, like, but sometimes the tables, they seem like they might be a little too easy. I know that this game is geared for beginners, but I feel like some of the tables, it's just like, they can be, you feel like you could go forever because like, you know, how many extra lives you get. So I would say if you could find ways to make this, the DLC, a little more challenging, but not in a way that makes the game less newcomer friendly, if that makes sense. I know that I suggested to Dom to add like a little more advanced trials, which I think would be nice and still keep the tables, you know, like newcomer friendly. Like I think what would be really nice, I'm trying to think here, but like saucer holes that could like hold the ball and lock the ball. I just love the look of like saucers kick out holes. I think it shows like my EM. Like I think that's like what I love about EMs. It would also, you know, if the trials were a little more advanced, it would make them seem like less like repetitive, I think, as well. Because you think about EM tables, right? While they don't have a lot of like mechanics, because they're difficult, this might be like an example that maybe on the other end, but because they're difficult, it kind of keeps the player, you know, invested to like try more. But I say all this with, I know that, you know, Dom really, the developer of Roxy, really values all player feedback. So I'm just giving my own here. I don't speak for everyone. Also, I am not sure if this has been changed, or I don't know if this has been in Roxy, but like a lane change feature would also seem pretty cool. To be able to change lanes to increase the multiplier. Because I think on this table, you know, completing trials or just, I think increasing the multiplier comes from completing the trials or just completing, like, hitting all the lights. But if you add lane change, it would make it feel more like challenging and more rewarding to get the bonus multiplier, because you have to do a little work with the lane change. Nothing crazy, but just what I think would add more depth. So for this table, the major things I would do is I would change the bumper LEDs to be a different color other than white. I would make these two pop bumpers blocking the out lanes destructible, so depending on how many hits they can take, so that it would be more challenging to go to the left and right out lane to drain. I would add a lane change feature to increase the bonus multiplier. Let's see, what else did I was saying? Oh yeah, and different colors, more pop-up score color changes would be really nice to keep things looking different. Because as you see when you hit the slingshots, I love that because the color really pops out. And just if you could, in some ways, to make the tables a little more challenging. I know that this game is for newcomers, but I think there is like a sweet spot where you can make the game a little more challenging and still be, you know, for welcoming new players, because pinball itself is already simple, so you kind of need to have a little challenge, because I think if pinball is too easy, it does feel like a little repetitive. So there's always that balance. But great, you know, I really like what... I mean, the good things about this table is definitely the lighting on the slingshots. It's got to be the sound effects are crisp. The theme, the different coloring of the flippers, the stone textured flippers. Table is not too cluttered. It's like it's got a little bit of everything. And I will say, I mean, you are getting a lot for the price you pay. I think I paid $1.69 USD for, you get 2 tables and you get extra cosmetics and furs, and I think you are definitely getting a lot for what you pay. I think it's a great price. I mean, what I will say too that I love about Roxy's Pinball Panic is that all the DLC is on one game. You know, And so you really feel like, I really feel like I have a collection. And you can tell, like, when you scroll through, there is so much to this game. I mean, you have a free editor, which, like I was saying earlier, I'm definitely going to go back and try to make some tables. There is the Steam Workshop ability to share your tables. And I think already some of you guys have been talking about making your own tables in Roxy. So I'd love to try your tables if you do create some. And, you know, there's even the arcade games that are free as well. I think with each DLC. So there's a lot of stuff that I do love about Roxy. But I say this is a joke, but I'm looking forward, Dom, to that funky fungi DLC. Like, you know, the cool thing about it is you can suggest a lot of themes to the developer directly, or, you know, on the forum on Steam. But I was telling Dom, like, I really want to see like a funky fungi. Like something about like mushrooms and like the way they look. It's just so like a trippy kind of DLC. So this video is probably going to be a lot longer than I would have wanted it to, but I did want to make sure that, you know, I could, you know, say as much as I could to, you know, about my thoughts on the state of Roxy and, you know, on how to improve it. And like I said, I'm not the only player, but I will always give my best and honest advice when I can to help games improve. Because this game has a lot to offer. I mean, there's a lot of skins, right? Like, and then one major thing that I forgot to say, but I think would be to make it so that you could darken just the background lighting, that where you could make it so that you could make it all dark, like the room lighting, so that the table would really glow, kind of like what you have in Pinball Arcade. And I think I always say this, but I like how Pinball Arcade has that option. There's two options where you can adjust the brightness of the room itself, and then the table, all the lighting on the table itself. And Pinball Effects doesn't even have that. But if Pinball Effects would add that, that would be huge. And it would make the LEDs stand out a lot more too, even though they already pretty much do. That poor, what you call that dinosaur? The, is it the Triceratops? Is that what the T-Rex is, like, about to devour? I need to, like, learn about dinosaurs again. Maybe I need to watch Jurassic Park again. Also, I just thought about it. I mean, making the tables a little more difficult also helps the player use the nudge. And I think, you know, reminds the player to make use of the nudge. Because you can nudge in Roxy. Guys, let's take a look at this extra wide body DLC. I believe this one's called Dangerous Dinos, and this one has really cool lighting effects here. Oh man, let's go. Got the rain effects here. Also, you got this vertical flipper. This is a, you know, this vertical flipper is very interesting because this was, you know, this was used in some tables before.
Danger.
Okay, so it looks like the balls are getting stuck on the over here. Nudging, I don't think gets them down, so we'll have to. Where is that? We have to remove the ball. Remove ball.
Logic controller malfunction.
Let's try again. Oh, I love these little, these like drop targets in the middle. No, not drop, stand-up targets. I like the way they look. And these vertical flippers are really like advanced, you know, like. See, this table is challenging, right? Like, and it's crazy. Oh man! Brace yourself. Oh no! I love too the little toys. Are those called stegodons? Wait, what happened? Oh, wait, is that a manual ball release? Oh, see, I love this kind of table here because, oh wow, it's got a good amount of challenge, right? With the flippers. So maybe like one table, I think this is what, oh, Dom already does, but maybe one table in the next DLC could be, you know, one table I think is always easier. Like when Roxy releases 2 tables, usually the first one's like easier and the second one tends, oh, was that a horseshoe loop? That felt so satisfying. Oh, that is cool. That is a horseshoe loop. This is like, I love this table. And I think what makes this table really fun is because there's so many different things going on. You have these vertical flippers. You have the horseshoe loop. Oh my gosh, that is so satisfying. You have this little lock here that, oh, you know, that's actually like good logic there. I think the logic in that tiny one is if you hit all the eggs, then the gate opens. Oh man, but this table rocks because it's the lighting, it's the rain effects, the darkness, the LEDs. Oh man. You start with a multi-ball. Kick out holes. Okay, we've got one more egg here. There it is. Yeah, see, that's good logic. I love that. So this game already has like pretty, like, you know, a little more complex logic like that. Because I was suggesting to Dom something along those lines where you lock two balls in like a kick-out hole, and that right there was like kind of like the same advanced logic. But it is very tough to create sometimes a really because pinball, I think creating a good table is you have to, the theme has to be good, right? Or at least it has to be interesting. The design has to be like innovative to keep pinball kind of not stale, right? So like this table I'm really enjoying because there's so many things going on. And I think as a in terms of when we speak about digital pinball, because there's so many things that you could do when you're talking about digital pinball original tables. I don't mean digital pinball recreations, but digital pinball that are just, you know, original tables like this. You can do a lot. It's almost like, you know, I want to say it's almost like there should be a lot going on in the digital pinball tables, because there's really nothing like quote unquote like stopping, you know. Whereas, you know, digital pinball tables that are based off tables from Williams, you know, the purpose of those tables are to recreate, right? So they're trying to recreate the physics, the design. But with digital pinball tables like this and this DLC, it's really all up to your imagination. So I think sometimes the more complex, the more things that you add goes a long way. And I really like this table here. I love the flipper setup. See, like, another advanced logic you could do to make it a little more advanced would be after you hit all those eggs to open up the gate, you could be like, once you get in the gate, you could have a kick out hole or a ball lock, and you could lock a ball in the gate, and then the next time you go up there, you do the same thing and you lock another ball. So then you could, set yourself up for like a multi-ball, and then you could see like the balls could drop down, just stuff like that to kind of extend the logic, but not making it too complex. So this part, Dom, I think the ball does get stuck here quite a bit, especially from the way the flipper kind of kicks it in there. So yeah, nudging doesn't really do anything. Let me see, I can try one more time here. Yeah, so you have to remove the ball here.
Keep trying.
But I like that remove the ball feature. But I really like this table, Dom. Really good work here. And I think for me, it's the flippers, the extra flippers and the out lanes. Really cool. So satisfying. Like, because you think about it, right? It's like you have, with these flippers, a chance to save the ball from draining in the out lanes. Usually you don't have that. You have to nudge. But now, with these flippers in the out lanes, you have a chance to save the ball. Okay, I just thought about this too. Check this out, Dom. To make the game a little more difficult, you could even employ a Magna save option where, like you activate, say you have a Magna save stored, and if the ball drains, you have to press, a button to use the Magna save, and the ball would, magically go up, like Magna saves do. So there's another suggestion that I'm just coming off the top of my head. Magna save. Ooh, yeah, I like that. Double plungers, love that. Yeah, the kick. So you have a kickback too. I like that. See, I saw that green pop up. It stood out to me because it's a different color. But I love this table, man. The horseshoe loop. A lot of great things to say about this table and DLC.
Nice save.
Yeah, so here you could be like, you open the gate, right, from knocking down all these eggs, and then just to make the logic a little more advanced, you could have a ball lock, and in here, inside this thing, and then you repeat it until you have 3 balls, or maybe you could have like 8 balls, right? You could lock 8 balls, and then that would start a multi-ball. So just kind of crazy things. Oh, okay. Wait, where did that ball go? Oh, okay, it was in there. See, I'm noticing these green pop-up scores a lot now. It keeps it keeps you on your toes, right? It's like, hey, look at me, right? The ball gets stuck.
Critical.
I don't see any ball.
Enough. Danger.
Let's see.
Error.
That was maybe I think it didn't notice that I think that was my last ball, but they didn't see that. Well, guys, thank you for watching me play the latest DLC for Roxy, the Prehistoric Paradise. Thank you to Dom for fixing those bugs. Hope you enjoyed. Sorry if this was too long, but I just wanted to give my advice on some things that I think could make Roxy a better game and these tables better. But I really like the direction it's going. The LEDs are beautiful, and this table here is a great example of keeping things fresh, innovative, and fun. And that's what you want with digital pinball. So until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Take care.